day. Coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU 8 News Today.
Good morning, Mid-Missouri. It's Monday, and it's Columbia that you're looking at live at 6:30, April 11th, 2011. Thanks for starting your day out with us. I'm Chance Seals.
I'm Megan Murphy.
I'm Eric Aldrich, and a super nice afternoon here for us today. Now, this morning we're stuck with the clouds, so not really going to see a lot in the way of sunshine, but at least it'll be sunny and dry here for the second half of your Monday.
That sounds good.
You want to talk about Facebook? You said
sure.
Super nice is what you said it's going to be, maybe. Those are two words to describe the weather. We're talking about two words to describe you. How would you want someone else to describe you?
What are your words?
I think friendly and compassionate. And
well, compassionate.
I like that. That's good.
And, and also about certain things, like music, church, weather, friendships.
Right.
So you could have like categories.
Subwords.
Of
Oh,
things
so
I'm
you're outlining
compassionate
your.
about.
I thought you were going to say accurate. That's what I thought. You were Describe me as accurate.
Accurate and let's see, what's another good weather word I could think of here? I don't know. No,
I don't know.
I think friendly and compassionate. Now you're sassy.
Yeah.
And I think all of us in the studio can
Attest to that.
Yeah, and
we felt the
Keep you on your toes.
So anyways, that's what we're talking about on Facebook and also on Twitter this morning.
Yeah.
So log on and let us know what you think you are. And
we need some good words for weather too. Please, good words, not icy.
Warm and bright.
Ah, yeah.
Good.
At least for the next 3 to 4 days. But the weekend doesn't look warm and bright. It looks bright, but certainly not warm. So kind of bad news there. Hey, but we're going to be dry today. No worries of rain or hail or anything else falling from the sky here this morning, except for the folks back in across Rolla, Phelps County. And we have a lot of heavier showers down there, and that trend will certainly continue for the next few hours. Temperatures this morning are back into the 50s to the north, even some 40s sneaking on into Chillicothe. Otherwise, the rest of the area is back into the lower 60s. That's just temporary, though, because we're going to kind of fall back a little bit this morning. We'll fall down to 57 by 10 o'clock, warm up briefly to 61 at noon, and then a high of 64 with plenty of afternoon sunshine. So clouds this morning, sunshine for the afternoon. Better weather, though, for the next few days. We'll talk all about it coming up here in just a little bit. Guys, back to you.
All right, Eric, thanks so much. And I wanted to read a few of these here because you guys have had such good descriptors
They're so
today.
great. Can you read? I'm
Sharon,
reading Uncle Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, you read Uncle Jimmy. Sharon Ubrar, I'm going to try to pronounce that. Sometimes I can barely pronounce my own name, so if I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. She says, genuine and open-minded. I love it. Genuine, I really like that one.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. And Chance's Uncle Jimmy, he wrote, undescribably delicious.
Well, Uncle Jimmy, I hope all your dreams come true.
Love Uncle Jimmy.
So we have a lot more here, and they're so compassionate and loyal. I
Good
mean,
mom, caring and dependable.
Sherry Startsman says proud grandma. So Sherry, I love that one. So log on, keep telling us, and when we go to breaks, we're letting you know what people are saying.
The Columbia Public School Board meets tonight to vote on more than $40 million in bond sales.
The majority of the bonds will be used to build the new Battle High School and the people who are actually building it. KUMU 8's Lisa Hart breaks down the numbers for us live this morning with where all the money's actually going to be going. Good morning. Lisa, how would you describe yourself, by the way?
Oh, how would I describe myself?
Yeah, 2 words.
Actually, I really like genuine, too. That's a good one for me, and honest, I would say that.
I like that one. All right. Well, this could be described, the bonds could be described as expensive.
Yes, I would agree with you on that one, because that goes along with this saying that a majority of the $42.5 million here is going to be used to build the new Battle High School. 30 million of that, to be exact, is going to be used to pay for the new high school and the construction companies that are currently working there. Now, this, of course, is only if the vote passes here tonight when the school board gets here at 6:30 to make that final vote. Now, the remaining $9.5 million is going to be used on Rockbridge High School and Hickman's renovation of their gymnasiums. Now, the final $3 million will be used for a technology upgrade for the rest of the district. Now tonight, the board is also going to vote on some budget issues. One of those is going to be for Title I and Title I American Recovery and Reinvestment Act funds. Both of those are going to be funded with federal stimulus money. And the other one here, the board is going to have to decide whether or not they want to extend Superintendent Chris Belcher's contract through 2014. Now, the contract does come with some proposals, which involves a salary increase for the upcoming school year, a mileage increase, and a civic dues reimbursement. Reporting live in Columbia, Lisa Hart, KOMU 8 News.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much. Chester Harvey is set to appear in Boone County Court today. Harvey, he's on trial for the alleged murder of a hitchhiker from Ohio. Prosecutors, they're charging him with several things: kidnapping, abandonment of a corpse, and armed criminal action. That's in the December 2009 death of James McNeely that we've been following. Harvey first requested to represent himself, but then in March, in a court appearance, he came in with a public defender. So we'll wait to see what happens today. You're invited to join legislators for a bike ride today. How about that? This year's ride is going to take state lawmakers from the South Capitol steps in Jeff City across over the brand new Missouri River Bridge. That cycling and pedestrian lane opened just this past Friday, so it's brand new. To join the ride, meet at the Capitol today. The lawmakers are there starting at 12:30. You can go to the bridge. Congressman Blaine Luetkemeyer will be in Columbia today to present a group of 5th graders at Rockbridge Elementary School with a $12,000 check. The grant is for the Junior Achievement Program. It works with local school districts to enlist the help of Columbia citizens to teach financial literacy in the classroom. This is the first school year for the Columbia program. Meg.
All right, Chance, thanks. Warring sides in Libya took a big step Sunday to end the conflict with another meeting planned for today. Muammar Gaddafi accepted a roadmap for a ceasefire with rebels. The development came after African leaders met with Gaddafi to find a solution to end the fighting. The roadmap calls for an immediate ceasefire, talks between both sides, and opening channels for humanitarian aid. The African delegation plans a separate meeting with the rebels today. Today marks 1 month since the devastating earthquake and tsunami that struck Japan. Nearly 5,000 people turned out to demonstrate in front of TEPCO on Sunday, the owner of the radioactive nuclear facility. But yesterday did bring a positive note, the beginning of baseball season in Japan. Fans even passed around donation boxes at the game to help those in need. Today, light will bring the first real look at the damage after a possible tornado wiped out part of an entire Wisconsin town. Authorities estimate up to 25 homes were destroyed in Merrill, Wisconsin Sunday night. That's about 3 hours east of Minneapolis. Even in the dark, you can see the damage. First responders say at least 2 are seriously injured. Trees are down in many places, making it difficult for emergency crews to get to some of the neighborhoods. I know you're feeling this. I am. We keep getting closer and closer to breaking a record no one wants to break. Gas jumped 19 cents during the past 3 weeks. The current average is now less than 10% below its all-time high, set back in 2008. According to the Lundberg survey, the national average price for a gallon of regular unleaded is $3.76, 91 cents higher than it was a year ago at this time. Premium gas is at more than $4 a gallon on average, which is why my mother says she wants to get a horse.
That wasn't in the script.
That was not. She said, I'm just going to get a horse and buggy.
And you know, the horse could serve 2 purposes. It could drive you around and mow your yard for you.
Hey!
You're saving gas that way as well.
I said,
creative.
Mom, you're crazy. Can you see Tina Murphy?
No,
Going to
but
the grocery
tell
store?
her this too.
Oh,
though,
I can.
Feed prices are going up, though.
Right.
So feed prices are going up just like gasoline. Sorry, Tina Marie.
Hey, I have some good news, though, in the weather department, and that's that no more rain here for the next few days, and temperatures will slowly start to warm on up. So pretty good news there. Also some bad news about temperatures for the end of the work week, and we'll talk about that coming up also in just a little bit. 6:40 is your time. Stick around. We're back in just a bit.
Children were not exposed to the carbon monoxide. The center should be open back up on Monday. Reporting live in Columbia, Tara Grimes, KOMU 8 News.
All right, thanks, Tara. The Missouri River Bridge bicycle and pedestrian attachment opened in Jefferson City today. Mid-Missourians, along with state and local officials, celebrated the completion of the addition with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. The 8-foot-wide bridge attachment has 2 lookout points with a view of the state capitol building. The construction also added a ramp on the north side of the river that allows access to the Katy Trail. One bicyclist says the biggest benefit of the new attachment is safety.
There was a marking on the roadway. There was nothing to prevent debris being picked up from semis or from other vehicles and being tossed up at you.
Before the attachment, walkers and bike riders had to walk or ride their bikes in a small area along the side of Highway 54. The bridge construction cost $6.7 million.
Governor Nixon announced today Missouri will receive a $250,000 grant to redesign curriculum at four-year state universities.
Nationwide, 600 applicants applied for the grant, and of the 29 selected, Missouri was one of the chosen. KOMU 8's Jessica Hawley is live outside the University of Missouri with more on the grant. Jessica, how will this grant help improve universities here in Missouri?
Well, the biggest way it's going to impact four-year state universities like here at the University of Missouri is by redesigning the curriculums to incorporate technology into it. Governor Nixon today said that the redesign of the curriculum will not only improve student learning, but it will also allow for Missouri schools to work together in a new way. And the four-year universities will also share their course material with Missouri's community colleges. In addition to the grant money, universities, the state, and the Department of Higher Education are also adding money to supplement the funds.
We're looking forward to being able to seize this opportunity to infuse even more technology into the classroom, because that makes us even more capable of reaching and teaching the digital native, because we're going to have to do that to really prepare for the skill sets and jobs of the future in the 21st century.
In all, 13 universities here in Missouri will benefit from this grant, as well as 21 community colleges. Reporting live in Columbia, Jessica Hawley, KOMU 8 News.
All right, thanks, Jessica.
More from the crisis in Japan after yesterday's aftershock, and thousands of protesters in Cairo now have new demands. KOMU 8's Stacey Welsh has these stories and more in your First World Report.
Thanks, Hillary. Yesterday's strong aftershock in northern Japan damaged another nuclear power plant. Water leaked out of spent fuel pools at the Onagawa nuclear plant, but officials say there was no change in the radiation levels outside the plant. A top Japanese official also announced today that the government plans to lift sales restrictions on certain foods grown in areas around the damaged Fukushima nuclear plant. A familiar scene in Egypt as protesters crowded into Cairo's Tahrir Square today. However, this time, the protesters called for those who belong to Mubarak's regime to stand trial for corruption and the deaths of demonstrators during the revolution. A former member of parliament from the Muslim Brotherhood said these people symbolized corruption. France will start enforcing a ban on wearing full Islamic veils next week. France passed the ban last year, and officials say the law is mainly symbolic. The ban forbids wearing any garment that conceals the face in public. Those who violate the ban face a $216 fine. And that's your First World Report.
The average price of gas in Missouri is up to $3.60 a gallon. Drivers are doing what they can to get more for their money. Several Columbia Auto Service and parts shops say they've seen more customers looking for ways to improve their gas mileage. Tire rotation, new air filters, fuel injectors, and regular oil changes are the best ways to get more miles per gallon.
I came in and got air filter, changed oil, fuel filter, et cetera, and actually change a fuel filter seemed to help my truck the most, probably a good 30 or 40 miles to a tank. People don't realize it, but a simple change like that and an air cleaner makes a heck of a lot of difference.
This time of year, it's also important to switch your car's winter tires that cause extra drag and use more gas for summer tires.
The newest diet is said to perform miracles, how Asian noodles are shrinking waistlines.
And a new contagious study will leave you scratching for more.
Showers and thunderstorms look to build in during your overnight hours, and we will see them come back for your weekend. I'll have details on what you can expect after this break.
And you're looking live over the Lake of the Ozarks. This is KOMU 8 News First at 5. Coverage you can count on.
You are taking a live look out over Columbia Regional Airport in high definition, where we do have a few clouds floating out there high up in the sky. Other than that, we've seen a lot of sunshine, and that sunshine is sure here through the 60s, and then another round moving in for Wednesday on into Thursday. Don't forget, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, tomorrow will be a perfect day to go out and enjoy the 17th annual Corvette Cup. That will benefit the Central Missouri Dream Factory, and it's going to go on tomorrow at the Quality Inn Hotel off Providence and I-70 here in Columbia. And Doppler Dave will be there.
Still polishing?
Yes, still polishing. I was talking to him today, and he's got like 10 coats on that thing.
Okay. Thanks, Michelle. This is a story we've been itching to tell you about.
That's right. And it's research that could catch on. That's coming up in Your Health Report. We're back with a look at the truths behind a so-called miracle food, or more specifically, a miracle noodle. A lot of folks are snapping up these Japanese miracle noodles online to lose inches. Nutritionists say the weight loss benefit these noodles pack can do wonders for your waistline. The miracle noodle is also gluten and soy free. The noodles are made out of an Asian root or tuber that dates back more than 2,000 years. Restless leg syndrome, jokingly called the Jimmy legs on Seinfeld, is no laughing matter, according to new research. Researchers studied nearly 600 patients with restless leg syndrome. They found those who kicked the most in their sleep were more likely to have thick hearts and were more likely to have suffered a heart problem or have died 3 years later. We know it's nearly impossible to stifle a yawn after watching someone else do it, but researchers wanted to see if the same thing was true for itching. They recruited 14 healthy volunteers and 11 patients with dermatitis. They applied histamine to their forearms to make them itch, or saline, which had no effect. Then they watched videos of people scratching, and they found the people watching the videos of people itching made the subject scratch more, even if they were giving saline. Welcome back. With the start of spring, some spring cleaners are looking for a way to get rid of all their unwanted items.
Right. KOMU 8's Lauren Holman has more on where you can drop the things off and help those in need.
Members and volunteers are working to collect unwanted items for Broadway Christian Church's 23rd annual Habitat for Humanity garage sale. For the past 2 days, volunteers had been sorting, hanging, and pricing donated items. Dixie Fisher says it's hard to know exactly how many volunteers help out, but she estimates they have about 250 helpers.
And we have to, because we get more and more stuff every year, so we have to have that extra help.
And it's the extra help that allows for this event to grow year after year.
We started in 1989. Dixie Fisher was the chairman then, and they made around $1,800. This is the 23rd annual Habitat Garage Sale, and last year we made around $18,000.
Tomorrow, shoppers can find anything from clothes to hats to even a lawnmower. The doors will open at 8 a.m. and not a minute before. Fisher says workers will need all the time they can get to make sure they're ready for all the shoppers.
I know that when we open the doors at 8 o'clock, there's a stream of people coming in for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's constant until we close.
Any item that goes unpurchased will be donated to more than 20 different agencies across mid-Missouri. Lauren Holman, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Once again, the garage sale is 8 until 2 tomorrow at Broadway Christian Church. All proceeds benefit Habitat for Humanity.
Welcome back. Here's a recap of my 8-day extended forecast. The weekend looking pretty interesting. Should be mostly dry tomorrow with that sunshine, maybe an isolated storm or two, but Sunday, the real story begins.
Alrighty, musicians from Shanghai performed Chinese folk songs for Columbia students today. The concert was part of the Confucius Institute at Mizzou. Musicians played traditional folk music and taught the audience about their instruments. MU's School of Music also performed. The concert sparked students' interest in Chinese culture.
Coming up on KOMU 8 News at 6, severe weather alerts can cut into your favorite TV program. But in tonight's Your View, we take a look at why we feel it's important to show you when a strong storm could be headed your way.
That's coming up at 6. We'll see you then.